Well, a sentencing in a Hong Kong court is sparking international criticism today. Dozens of pro-democracy activists have been sentenced to prison under a sweeping national security law. This was the scene earlier today from outside the courthouse in Hong Kong. The harshest sentence is 10 years for the perceived leader of the group. It's being described as the city's biggest national security case to date. Laura Westbrook joins us now from Hong Kong. She was at the courthouse when the sentencing was handed down today. Laura, tell us about the sentences.
Yes, this was the culmination of the city's largest national security trial involving some of the most prominent and famous opposition lawmakers here in Hong Kong. I was in court this morning. Many people had gathered, hundreds of people had gathered to witness the moment when the judges read out the sentences. They took about 10 minutes. They went through numbers rather than names, and some of the defendants waved to their loved ones, but it was quite emotional, and there were some gasps when the sentences were read out, and they ranged from 4 years to 10 years. That was the harshest sentence for Benny Tai, the former law professor who prosecutors said was the chief organizer of this unofficial primary vote that took place in July 2020 to pick candidates for an election that was planned that year. Prosecutors said that this plan would undermine the government and force then leader Carrie Lam to resign by trying to seize a majority in LegCo and in doing so block government budgets. Now, it wasn't just Benny Tai. There were other famous faces such as Joshua Wong. He was sentenced to 4 years and 6 months for his role in it, and judges had said that this would have caused a constitutional crisis. We also heard sentences for a range of former opposition lawmakers as well as ordinary people, and friends and family were gathered at court to listen, one of whom was the wife of the former opposition lawmaker who's known as Long Hae Leung. He was sentenced to 6 years and 9 months, and this is what she had to say.
The whole trial is unfair because what they have done is only, to do what the basic law had already laid down, that it is their right to put pressure to the administration to let them respond to the majority of Hong Kong people. So I don't know what is their criminal offense.
Well, that was Chan Po Ying there, and she's saying that the organizers had said that their plan was allowed as part of the basic law, which is Hong Kong's mini constitution, but the judges did not agree with that.
And Laura, tell us, what does this sentencing mean then for the pro-democracy movement in Hong Kong?
Well, I've been speaking to Maya Wang from Human Rights Watch, and she said for people who work in this space or who've participated in the pro-democracy movement, this is a very sad time for when this sentencing was happening. She said that for many years, people in Hong Kong have watched debates in LegCo or even participated in elections, and now for people to seek to win a majority in an election, for that to now be deemed illegal, and with these harsh sentences, that shows how much civil liberties in Hong Kong have been erased. Now, we've also heard from the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman, and he's said that no one can engage in illegal activities in the name of democracy. Beijing imposed a national security law on Hong Kong in the wake of these massive anti-government protests, and they said that has restored order and stability in the city. But but critics have said that it's been used to crush dissent and the opposition. I also spoke to Emily Lau, a former opposition lawmaker, and she told me that the Democratic Party has not disbanded and that even though the space has shrunk, they will carry on. But there is no doubt that this sentencing sends a clear message to the opposition in Hong Kong.
Laura Westbrook in Hong Kong, thank you.